thrown vacant by Godfrey's banishment. Radagon, who's married to Renola, ascended the throne. At this time, Renola was pregnant with his fourth child. Radagon puts the fetuses in the amber egg, gives it to Renola, leaves and remarries Rykard. At this time, Renola is greatly traumatized. Rykard adopted his children, Radahn, Rykard and Ranni, and gave them the status of demigods. Radahn, he admires Godfrey and Radagon, so he has Godfrey unset arches patterns engraved on his armor, and dyed with Radagon's red hair. He wielded the great sword and the great bow well. And he became a general of his martial arts. As he grew up, the harder his horse to ride him. He learns gravity magic from Celia, town of sorcery, to lighten the strain on his horse. One day, a meteorite falls in Celia. To prevent this from happening again, he takes Alabasta along as his teacher and develops his gravity magic. After that, he succeeded in destroying the falling star in the land between. He stops the stars with gravitational magic. And stops the falling star beasts from descending from time to time. This gives Radahn the nickname Star Scourge Radahn, Star Bashing Hero, the Conqueror of the Star, etc. And he was worshipped in the land between. As Praetor, Rykard was a good husband to Teoria and also on good terms with his brother and sister Radahn, Ranni, and he was praised by his subordinates. However, he also shows a ruthless side by torturing without a statement. One day, he gets to know a woman named G.T.K. He hears from her about the god-devouring serpent, and through adultery with her, she conceived a daughter named Oranius. Ranni, she inherited her mother's talent, and was good at magic, and was a beautiful girl. When she was young, she saw a cold Dockmoran on her way with her mother. And she fell into it. Infatuated with the cold and dock, she met an old witch. Ranni took her as her teacher and learned cold magic. Towards the end of the teaching, she tells the truth to Ranni. She said she came from Noxtella and Nokran, now destroyed by the Greater Wolf. She explained to Ranni the reality of the Great Wolf and to Fingers and the truth about the destruction of her country. Realizing that her own destiny lies in the night sky, not in the Greater Wolf, Ranni's values are completely changed. Meanwhile, Radagon wins the war against the giants. At this time, a man named Shabriri prophesied that the golden tree would burn. So people blind him and banish him from the city. Realizing that the fire in the kiln is immortal, Rykard ordered the last surviving giant to got fire for the rest of his life. Rykard instructs Hugh, who was captured at the Battle of Morn Castle in the days of Godfrey, to forge a weapon that can kill God. And Rykard quietly calls for Trina, a saint who can control sleep. Some say she is a comely young girl, others are sure he is a boy. The only certainty is that their appearance was as sudden as their disappearance. Rykard gives her a secret order, which was to burn her body to make an ember, then use the kiln fire to burn the golden tree. And gives her the blade of calling. Ranni presents Torrent, Spirit's steed for Trina, who is going on a long trip. As time passes, Radagon and Rykard give birth to twins. The boy is named Miquella and the girl is named Malenia. However, Radagon and Rykard are originally one body. The twins were closer to God than the other siblings, but suffered from a genetic disease. Malenia had to suffer the pain of body decay from scarlet rot for the rest of her life. Her right arm was so rotten that it had to be amputated. And had to wear a prosthetic arm. Miquella has a genetic disease that never grows out of a child's appearance. Miquella prays several times to his father for a cure for Malenia's illness. But the golden old principia he sent couldn't cure her disease. Miquella becomes distrustful of the Golden Order and begins researching a cure for Malenia's disease himself. And he created the unalloyed gold needle so that the skin of Malenia could no longer decay. In order to repay him, Malenia swears to protect Miquella and goes into intense swordsmanship training. Ranni, Miquella, and Malenia become Empyreans by being chosen by Two Fingers as candidates to become the next god. The Black Knives, who are close to Rykard, is a compatriot and all-female. An incident occurs where they assassinate Hardwood. Rykard wanted to deviate from the Golden Order, but in order to do so, she had to restore the death rune with the curse mark of death that could be obtained from the complete death of the Rykard god who had blindly believed in the Golden Order and became a symbol, so he became a target. Rykard, who wanted the power to kill a god. Ranni, who wants to entrust her fate to the night sky. For their own reasons, they too joined the plan. Rykard stole part of the death rune from Elden. Ranni implants a rune of death into Black Knife and gives it to Black Knight. But she had other intentions. In order to be free from the Two Fingers, she planted only half of the death runes on Black Knight. and kept the rest with the intention of killing her own body. And on that day, Ranni sent the blasphemous claw as a gift to Rykard and committed suicide. So Ranni only dies in body. Godwin only dies in the soul. The first mark of death was only half created and ended in failure. Unaware of the failure, Rykard destroys the Elden Ring as soon as she hears that Godwin is dead. And after that day, no one has seen Rykard and Radagon